Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another video. So we recently moved homes, right? And we thought maybe we want to share that journey and why we decided to leave that old home and actually come move into a different home. Okay, so last year, 2000 and what?
That was 2020, not last year. The year before last year, 2019.
2019.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you not move in 2020?
We didn't move, but I mean the process started
The process started in 2020.
Yeah.
In 2019. So in fact, before 2019, we were visiting some friends in a gated community, right?
Yeah.
And we used to visit them all the time, and we actually liked the
I
energy, the
loved it.
vibe,
I really loved it.
the whole, it's on a golf course, whatever, that whole situation. And
I think I would just like the entire atmosphere of it, the safety aspect of
yeah,
it. I think.
the safety at the gate, just the energy in the air, it was very peaceful, relaxing vibe.
And it was like you weren't in the hustle and bustle of the city.
It actually did, yeah. It felt like we were moving completely out of the city, and so it felt like you were driving, and there's this long road that drives to like a farm area, and in that. So we used to visit these friends all the time, right? And so we were driving back the one night, and we were talking about, yeah, maybe we should think about moving, maybe we should go and look if there's
I wanted to move for a while though.
yeah, because of safety reasons, all of that.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
when we were staying there, we realized the one day, and you ridiculed me for the longest time. I told him the washing powder is missing, and he said, "What? The cats took it. What? The animals jumped over and took it." So we realized after a while that there was like this guy jumping over the walls and like taking stuff.
Yeah, and how we realized was that the one day my father's car door was open, and my father has cameras in his yard, like around the house. So we went to visit my father, and he said something is weird is going on in the.
Well,
in
you
the,
guys
in the
asked
thing.
us what we.
Yeah, please can you rewind the cameras and see what's happening? I said, no, we weren't here, we didn't do anything, blah blah. And then we rewind the cameras. Next thing you see this guy walking.
He literally jumped over.
In fact, if I find that footage, I'll drop it in here. If I didn't find it, then okay, we just carried on with the story.
But he took his time going through the cars, taking whatever he wanted, put things in his pocket. He was just having a field day.
But so yeah, this guy, we opened the door, he was looking through it. Then we started realizing once we knew there was someone in the area busy stealing. I think it might have been someone that was, probably addicted to drugs or substance or whatever the case might be, stealing things, selling things. I don't know what the case was. And so we discovered that there's somebody stealing stuff in and around the area. Fine. Then things started going missing at our house,
yeah,
and then we were gone somewhere.
We were gone to Namibia also, and then
And
one
then
of our
we had
friends.
people sleeping over, friends of ours sleeping over, just looking after the house. And then his shoes got stolen.
Yeah, he had like washed his shoes.
He washed his shoes, 2 pairs of Air Force One and whatever, and he left it outside. So I got back, and he's like, "Yo, Zex, bruh, they actually stole my my shoes and whatever." I was like, "Are you serious?" Then we obviously connected the dots, and then we were like, "Yo, so this guy's jumping into our yard as well." And then on the community group chat, we were saying like, "Yo, there's somebody jumping over." Then we heard people complaining.
People saying, "Yes, my
like, yeah,
sneakers
this was
got
stolen.
missing.
That was stolen."
The bike or something like that. And for me, that was my biggest fear was that a lot of the time during the day I was by myself, or the girls were with me, and if I was outside and this guy jumped, then it might have just escalated.
Yeah, and that's what I was also thinking. I was thinking maybe the safety gate is open, Anka's outside, she's hanging, washing, doing whatever, and this guy jumps over. Then what? Now you standing there, the guy jumps over.
And I need to keep quiet, and he's got to make me be quiet. So.
And that's what happened, right? And so then we decided, okay, cool, let's get out of this area. Then we started taking it seriously, looking for houses. But we knew we wanted a house here. Then we started coming, we're looking around,
But
around.
we looked for a good year, before we even decided we wanted a house here. We looked at different aspects that we need to consider: the girls' school, where we work, where we need to, where our support
And
system
if I was
is.
finishing like creche, moving over to grade R so we were looking at that school that's kind of like central to both.
Yeah.
Because Taya was still in creche, Eva was going to grade R, and we had to kind of find an area where it made sense. And so then we found, this. By then we said, look, we've been visiting these friends of ours. Maybe they know people that are selling in the area, whatever. Yeah, let's try and look. So we got all of the agent, And the agent said, what you guys got to do is put your house on the market, like now.
Like, yeah.
Do it, and then you'll see that someone will buy it, and once someone buys it, then
You'll
you guys
be in a
can
better
go.
position
You know,
to
you'll have capital or whatever to be able to buy something. So cool. We did that. We put the house on the market with like just blind faith, not knowing where we're gonna stay, what we're going to do, nothing, bro, nothing.
We're just gonna up and go.
We're just gonna do this.
But some of the factors that we did consider also, and that was so important, was our support system. We didn't want to move away.
Yeah, my parents were assisting us with a lot of things. When we had to do something, I dropped my kids at my parents' place. So it was always that element of, I don't want to be too far from our support system. If we're running late, my mom would just get the kids quick, or we'd be able to just figure out a plan.
Also, the other factor is that we lived so close to the kids' school at that time, and we lived literally, we were in walking distance of everything. So we gave up a lot, and then the convenience of the square with the shops.
Yeah, we were right at a square where the shops, like there was a McDonald's across the road, like literally was walking distance to a McDonald's and Nando's.
If the safety aspect wasn't an aspect, we probably wouldn't.
Yeah, there wasn't really a need to really move, because the yard was massive, the house was nice.
We had good space.
It was a nice, it was a good space. Then we decided, alright, let's just get out of here. So big step of faith. We sell the house. We put it on the market. Takes a while. Eventually, somebody buys it.
It didn't take that long though, because usually they say it takes about 6 to 9 months.
Yeah, but I think it took about 3-4 months or something, and then somebody was interested. So anyway, again, this is now 2020 December. We go to Namibia. We're on a holiday.
2019.
End of 2019. We're going into 2020. Go to Namibia, go on holiday again. Ask a couple of guys to sleep over at the house, like some of the guys that I know from church.
And it was also, remember, it was the Christmas period, so they also went home to
so
family.
They went to their families, whatever. So they leave the house on its own. Boom! We get back, realize all my shoes are stolen.
Like literally.
My expensive equipment. So I was busy setting up a studio at the old house with like the microphone, the speakers, all that stuff.
The sound equipment
like the equipment, and I mean, this is like expensive equipment, right? And next thing you know, boom, things are stolen, everything's gone.
So
this guy,
he didn't notice at first.
I didn't notice it's gone, but because he didn't get into the house. What he did was, our next door neighbor, he took the swimming pool thingy, the net, the pole that you use the net. He bent the pole. One of the windows were open. He pushed the pole through the window, and he started pulling everything closer to the window. And
because remember, we had started packing, so everything was in boxes, and I kind of like put it in a corner close to this window, but not thinking someone will be that creative.
Yeah. So he pulled it all the way there to the thing. Next thing you know, boom, the guy took my expensive microphone, took sound cards, took a bunch of stuff, right? So he stole it. Eventually, I'm like, nah, we have to get out of here.
We found out, that was about a week or two when we had to be out of the house, right?
Yeah, and so all the things were already packed. And that was the thing, because it was all in boxes, like right next to that window. So all my shoes, like all my formal shoes, this guy had a field day with these things.
Guys, the day we moved, we have to leave, and it's my birthday the next day. So I'm thinking, we have to be out of this house. I don't want to be moving on my birthday, right? That morning, Xavier looks at this box of his sound card, and he's like, Baby,
my things were in this box. Hard drives, sound cards, microphone.
I was under the impression he had left it at the office, because I had already put some of the
and I was using it because we shot the show.
Yeah, but I didn't know that. Xavier, it was like someone died in the house that morning. We have to be out. Xavier was moping for literally the whole day. He didn't get the movers to come. Nothing. He didn't do anything, because he was coming to terms with the fact that his sound
my things were stolen, and my shoes and everything. So now I'm stuck. Remember, I'm a church kind of guy, and I'm stuck with only like sneakers, and 2 pairs of sneakers at this point.
Not that it was such a big a deal, because that is kind of
I always just rock sneakers, but I mean, now I got 2 pairs of sneakers. Like, I have to just do everything in these sneakers. Okay, cool. And so.
But now did you die?
And so that happened, and cool. And so then we sold the house. We got.
At that stage, we still didn't have a house.
We still didn't know where we were gonna live,
and we're out.
And so now we have to go out. So we lived at my parents for like a couple of months.
We did look for a place, interim.
We wanted to rent a place or whatever, but then we were calculating how much it was gonna cost, blah blah blah.
Besides that, I think what we also took into consideration was the practicality side of it all. It was a third floor apartment, and also, you know, our kids were small at the stage.
This is
there
the
were
place we
stairs.
were thinking about renting.
Yeah, renting, but it was
Yeah.
the only place available at such short notice. So we didn't want to like rush the whole thing. So we were like,
And then also feel, because what we didn't want to do is rush it and get there and then feel like, oh, we wasted money now, we
Wasted,
should have
yeah.
done things. And so I actually went to go and speak to my dad, and I said to him, hey, look, you know, the house is sold, we got a bit of extra money on the side. I'm actually thinking of just renting a place. And he was also saying, look, man, if, you know, you're going to be spending money now, it's, you
It's
know,
not
the
since-
carryover period
yeah.
is short, you know, it's not going to take you that long. Find something. So then we started looking, right? So we came looking. Yo, we were busy looking. You know that phrase that says, shoot for the stars and you might end up on the moon. We were shooting for the galaxy, bro.
Yeah, we were going
We were
far.
looking at 4 million rand houses, 6 million rand houses, houses that we knew we couldn't afford, houses that we knew, you know, that we just knew that it was outside of our range. But we were looking nonetheless. And part of the reason for that was simply because we wanted to be in a place where we just wanted to, you know, use faith and try different
oh,
things.
that was a big journey for us. It was a very big faith journey for us, because there were so many elements that worked against us. But we were like, nope, I don't want to hear it. We're just gonna do it.
Yo, that was a faith test, yeah.
Selling our house was a faith
That was a
test.
faith test.
Because we really didn't know where we were gonna go. But we had done quite a bit of research, and we had an idea where we were gonna go. It's just that it wasn't like solid. No, this is going to be, you know.
So that was a
so-
massive faith test, like you say, yeah. And so we just took the jump. And then the one day we were driving around the corner, we were going to go look at like, at this point we looked at like 10, 15 houses.
Yeah.
And then one day we drove around this corner here, and I saw the house from outside, and I said, yeah, this looks like the one.
This looks like the one.
And then we came in.
And then it just so happened that the agent just told us that it's not even on.
It wasn't even on the market
On the
yet.
market yet,
Yeah.
but these people were considering.
Yeah,
it
and
was
they
like-
already had another house that they were looking at going to. In fact, most of the stuff was already at the other house, and they were just about to sell this house.
Yeah.
So we walked in, looked at it, and like literally on the same afternoon, we were like,
Do you remember what
let's
they
sign.
did?
Yeah, they actually peed on the floor right in this house. Like she was marking the territory, like, yo, this is our house. That's it.
Yeah.
And on that day, the guy came. We went outside with the agent. We said, look, give us offer to purchase. Brought offer to purchase. We signed it.
Immediately.
I came back in the house. I told the guy, his name is Pia or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
I came, yo, Pia, listen, dude, we in it. We good to go. I'm willing to put down a deposit. We put down the deposit, and that was it.
That was it.
And to crown it all, the favor that came was that he phoned me like the next day. He's like, yo, Zex, I'm going away, blah, blah, blah. Don't you just want to come get the key? It's
like-
fine, even if things are not through yet, whatever. So we literally got the key long before all our things were even like processed or whatever. We could have moved in before.
Long before.
And
yeah.
then we actually used that period to paint the walls, fix
Yeah,
up the house, do a bunch
Well,
of
not
cool
fix up the house. The house was in a very good condition.
Yeah.
It's just we wanted to make it ours.
Yeah, repainted the walls, changed a couple
we
of things.
wanted to change a couple of things that was us.
Yeah.
Because they had a lot of stuff that was beautiful, but it was their stuff, it was their style, and then we just changed it.
And then
to
we
us.
switched up. So that's the journey of our house. I think we must do a little bit of a part two as to when we moved in lockdown, right?
Yeah, that was a hard
So we
part
moved in
for us.
lockdown, the kids